Good morning, beautiful family. Good morning, beautiful souls, beautiful humans. I'm coming to you from this powerful portal this morning. It's cracking in here and creaking and moving. Grounding in here. How are you doing? How are you feeling? So much happening. So we are also feeling the effects of the incredible solar flares. And this is not going to stop. This is just going to increase and get more intense. Yeah, and the solar flares, they affect everything here. They affect our human bodies, they affect the animals, they affect nature, they affect everything. Yeah. So we need different tools to deal with this. It's not going to stop, it gets more intense. That's too why I always share about the water. Yeah, because this was given to me as information that this water helps us because we need to be super hydrated. So, you know, plants in summer they go boo, they go berserk, they grow. In winter they close and go more slow. In Australia here, we are in winter right now. It's very cold here, unusually cold, 2 degrees, 1 degree in the morning, up where I am, which is subtropical. So the plants, they don't grow much. It's still very green, but the plants know how to deal with the sun. They know how to work with the sun. So if we don't learn how to ride these new energies, we're going to suffer and we're going to can get very sick and so on. So part of riding these new energies on this blue-green planet is water. And this water is return to origin water, which helps us while we are returning to our origin, which is our soul. We need to embody our soul. For that we have to be super healthy and super well functioning, especially in our fluid body, in our spinal fluid. We are a water body, 99% on a cellular level, here on a water planet. If we don't have the right water that transports nutrients in our body as well, and that helps us to assimilate all that we need. Do plants take supplements all the time? No, they don't. And we don't need either. We don't need to either. Most are very toxic for the body. It's way too much stuff in the body. There's a whole industry built up on that. It can be so simple. That's what I love about this water. It is literally antioxidant rich in a way that it stimulates our body to produce its own antioxidants. Nothing is added to it. The water is just restructured. So it's molecular hydrogen rich, and it hydrates so deeply, microclustered, it goes into the cells, hydrates 6 times as deeper than other water. Even if it's filtered and pure, it doesn't hydrate deep enough. Right now, where we are moving into, we need to be super hydrated. We are in this already. Many people are very sick. Yeah, and all these symptoms and all the women talking about perimenopause and menopause and so on, this is all part of the victimhood and the disease mentality. Dis-ease, not to be at ease, and to be at ease, we need to be hydrated. If we are dehydrated, we are struggling. That is scarcity on a cellular level. So as we are shifting, returning to origin, we are also returning to actually unveil and see what is really going on here on this planet. And also to realize that we are all family. Why do you feel I always greet you? Good morning, family, or hello, family. Every word I say helps you repattern. I'm speaking from New Earth. I'm speaking from soul embodiment. And at the moment, not at the moment, I am always feeling partly deep grief of what is going on with my family on this planet, in other parts of the world. More war starting, more war going on, planes crashing, all of that. There's lots of this happening, and more of it will happen because also of the solar activity. And most people have no idea how to write the solar energies. So that's fiery energy. Fire also creates more anger and emotional turmoil, which makes people go ape and start a war and so on. And the war begins in your own inside, in your own home, your body temple, and then your family, your community. So we, as the forerunners, we have been placed in locations where we are here to foster unity in community. So what I'm sharing about the water as well, this is inviting into a community and creating community and collaborating as one. Like, how sad is it that most people don't realize that we are one family and everybody just cares for themselves. Imagine your family, your father, your mother, your brothers, your sister, not giving any care of being with you or how you are. This is how the world is disconnected. We are all family. This, in the new earth, we all care for each other. Some are good at this, some are good at that. When my kids were very little, my son, it's now 20 years ago, I read the book The Continuum Concept. That was actually a 5D transcription. Everybody was living together. They were all sharing. Everybody was doing what they were good at, and they were all allowed to be truly who they are. There was only like one or two lazy people, and they were also allowed to just be lazy. Because they had other gifts. What is called lazy, it wasn't lazy. Everybody has to be who they truly are. That is love, and in 5D we are love embodied. It's not love seeking from somebody else. So there's the sun shining through, mirroring at this beautiful tree. I should turn around so we have the beautiful sun behind. As always, engaging. It will find me, I will find the sun. I have been learning, there are the rainbow colors. I have been learning to write the powerful energy of the sun, and the water has been helping me incredibly. There we go. It's interacting again with my chakras. We are also being prepared for disclosure. For disclosure, oh, look at all the beautiful portals now in the air behind me. Powerful, right? We are also being prepared for contact and connection. And why do you feel we need to raise our frequency collectively? We need to raise our frequency so that we are ready. We need to raise our frequency to live in the new earth. We need to shift our dimension. So to shift our dimension into a higher frequency, you need a high ticket, so to say, a ticket to the higher self, a ticket to higher living, a ticket to higher quality, a ticket to higher connection, a ticket to higher love, a ticket to higher health. And we need to do this collectively. So we need to let go of toxic habits, toxic drinks, toxic water, toxic food, toxic relationships with ourselves as well. Toxic living. highest frequency living requires a high ticket, a high coming together. Give me a higher love. Yeah, and for that we need to shift and leave the old, our old self. Let the masks drop and let our old selves and our old lives drop. Yesterday when I unhooked the hook out of the bird, wow, that was full on. So hardly stuck in his tendon. One hook was just in his, in the flesh, between his swimming feet. I could get that out, but that was even hard. But what was in the tendon, oh my God. So we could do it only together. The man who was helping, he was, in the end we figured it out, he was stretching the skin so I could pull it out. We had to find a way to do this together. Yeah. Then a woman came and I was sitting with a beautiful bird, calming the bird down, and he was resting. Then a woman, and I was looking at the bird, and the woman came and she said, "This bird is going to poke your eyes out. Be careful." She was full of fear. And she was a wildlife carer coming to pick him up because someone had called a wild carer. I did not feel he wanted to go. But yeah, once they come. So anyway, when we pick others up to help, if we are full of fear and tension, we cannot help another. So anyway, what the bird's role was as well, yeah, animals play a powerful part in the role of the activation and what people then get confronted with. Yeah, so he was with me in the dance. I could feel him. I was so moved in my heart, because this is happening to lots of birds just because humans cannot clean up their shit. It's so disgusting. Why would you go fishing and leave these hooks out there? Why do people sit in the sand and leave their beer bottle and their coffee cup lying in the sand? Like, what has been happening to humans? You think coffee is a healthy drink? Think again. You really think beer is a healthy drink? Alcohol? Numbing? Anyway, I'm not preaching. Everybody has to find that for themselves. But the amount of rubbish of those things that is lying around tells me everything. Yeah. So, to shift our consciousness, it's powerful to shift our water. Yeah. To rise up higher like these trees. To rise up higher. These powerful trees. Yeah. So, yeah, be aware. Get in touch too if you like a replay of the high ticket masterclass, or get in touch with me so I can find out what masterclass best to send to you, because they all each speak to different people and consciousness and where they are at in their life. Yeah. So, and I'm also in the process of creating something new. That's New Earth transcriptions and a membership for that. And I will unleash information about that in the next few days whenever the moment is there. Yeah, powerful new creations are unfolding. Yeah. So let's keep opening our hearts. I've been crying a lot the last few days. This can come on randomly, being with my horses, or just being on my bicycle, or just dancing, or wherever. It's feeling something big is happening, and it is already. And yeah, we are going into some powerful times, and grief is part of it. When I grieve, there's also always joy. All emotions need to be open. Sadness, there's always universal joy behind it. But to really feel also the shifts, of course we grieve as well and feel sadness. Yeah, and we need to keep our view. No matter what is happening, I see many of my brothers and sisters being lost in the rabbit holes. It's enough. Everybody can find the information. We need to be here in our higher self, embodying love and unity, and being that embodied and coming together, and not keeping stuck in the stories. Everything is unveiling itself. We don't need to stay stuck in force-feeding information of what is going on. Yeah, there's so many things, we can get lost in it. And it's not only that, that's just one side of it. And if we feed it with our energy, we are feeding that energy. We're feeding that so-called dark. Let's put our energy into the dark divinity, anchored at the core of matter, and into the light. It's not false light. Light is light. Our soul is not false light. I am light without my skin and so on. I am pure divine light. Like you see these reflections behind me. That's my essence, that's my soul. That's what you can see through my eyes. And if you are truly seeing and feeling me, you can see my light. It's not a false light. I haven't been bypassing my humanity. I'm in here, but I'm human here right now. But I'm also a multidimensional soul and a radiant light, and here to be the embodiment of that. Because the more of us are in that, we are raising the frequency. With every video I do, I'm raising the frequency, because it goes right into the grid. And to you who watch, and if you are raising your frequency as well and going higher, and I can give you the ticket for that, I am the ticket for that as well, and the water is a ticket for it, with my awareness and my activations. Like many of us, we are the embodiment. We are the higher ticket. We are it. We are the embodied soul. Yeah. To go into the higher dimensions down here in the human, and ascending, descending with earth, coming into the body and down here. Yeah. Being here for those who are ready to shift, who are available and open, and choosing. You need to choose. If you choose to keep feeding those narratives of the dark energy, or these stories, then you're not assisting us to raise into a higher dimension and frequency. It is truly all love and light in the new earth. But we have to go through our shadows to shift into the new earth consciousness. So love and light and shadow bypassed, yeah, that's flaky and not real. But love and light, like a lotus flower having grown out of the mud, is real. So see these beautiful portals around me. Yeah, all of it always engages. So keep shifting with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming deeper in. You need to choose. You need to choose higher love, higher living, higher frequency. I see you soon. Much love and many blessings. Have a very magical day. Feeling it all. Feeling it all. not getting sidetracked and hooked. We're unleashing the hooks, and they can be deeply in, and then there are active memories around it that all needs to unhook and unravel. Yeah, and we are in front of the powerful solstice. Yeah, we are in a very potent time, as you can see behind me. So let's have another drink together. Revitalizing, rejuvenating, deeply hydrating. We are water guardians and speaking to the water in our body. I give my water body the best water I can. I give my water body super hydrating water, activated, pure. I speak beautifully to my water body. I love my water body. I move my water body in joy. I make love all day long, everywhere I am. Yeah, I am love. And so as I'm living myself, I'm making more and more and more love in every moment. Yeah, sharing my love, sharing the love I am. I'm making more love. Yeah. This is my love body. Yeah. And the lover is devotional and committed and passionate and available and open. And the beloved, I am the lover and the beloved. Yeah, united. Not seeking, but just resting in myself, in the love that I am. Yeah. That is the most healing energy. That is the energy I carry that heals to wholeness, that sees you as a mother does, Divine Mother. Yeah, as Source does, because I am Source embodied. We are one family, and I see you, all of you. And when we are being seen and loved, we remember that we are love, and we remember who we are. And it's all about remembrance. Then we come fully on. Why don't people remember? Because they're in amnesia through toxins. So the water helps also open that up, the remembrance. Because the water, by so deeply hydrating, goes into the cells and detoxes. And detoxes the pineal, the pituitary. So our body functions properly. And we remember. It's not a scam. These machines are 51 years old. And the messages I am getting from Source, they're not a scam. Yeah. So, the trees are green. Crack, crack. Listen to the beautiful birds. Thank you for joining me in here. Thank you for your open heart. Thank you for your beautiful, radiant energy. And have a blessed day. Beautiful birds. I move my heart. So connected. All my family. We are all family. So are you, if you want it or not. We need to start treating each other like family. Stopping avoidance and blocking and closing. Hurtful. Yeah. But the hurt is just an activation for me. It's not breaking me, it's just making me rise higher and come deeper home to self. Yeah, the trees are cracking. And I hear that because I'm here. Oh, wow, there's a beautiful sun. Yeah, of course, because I have been learning how to ride the solar energy, how to utilize it, how to utilize everything for me. Yeah, when we really have let go and risen out of our victim mentality, which every human has, because we were born victims. We were helpless and at the mercy of our caregivers. Yeah, but when we rise and take our power back, yeah, we realize all is happening for us, and a whole new way of living starts, and creativity can flow freely. That is true unblocking and unhooking. So, this beautiful solar energy and all the invisible beings that are here around me and my multidimensional self, yeah, this is going into my body. Yeah, activating me further, higher. Because once we have started blooming, we never stop. We keep blossoming and blooming, and we never stop. We never wilter again. Yeah, let's drink to that, utilizing the powerful solar energy. And feel it activating you, as to my words. And yeah, thank you for receiving. You have to receive, you have to choose to watch this, you have to choose to still be on here. If you have left already because you're impatient and you scrolled and you think I'm talking too slow or talking too much, you're missing it. You're missing yourself. That's why I'm always here longer to fully activate, not rushing. Because in New Earth we don't rush, we just are. And I am speaking to you from New Earth. Yeah. So, we are waiting for you here in the New Earth, in the heaven on earth. Yeah. That is a meeting, the reuniting. It's unfolding. See you soon.